Good morning, good afternoon, good night. It really depends on the place of the world you are. Welcome to a new chapter of One Coffee with Kavana. And I have the privilege uh, to fly to Nigeria, to Lagos. You see, I'm here in Lagos, and nice city, nice town, good food, good friends. And I'm sitting down with a leader whose work stands at the crossroads of faith, education, memory, and global solidarity. Rex Ajenifuja is the executive director of I Stand with Israel International, a bridge builder between Nigeria and Israel for more than a decade, a committed educator on Jewish history and traditions, and a voice advancing Holocaust awareness and interfaith understanding across Africa. Africa. So his journey weaves together development, culture, dialogue, and a deep commitment to strengthen the bonds between communities. So, this conversation is about identity, memory, faith, and the power of building honest relationships between nations and peoples. So, welcome to the show, Rex, and thank you very much for being here.
Well, as the Jewish people will say, Baruch Hashem, it is my pleasure. And thank you, viewers, for watching. And it is my pleasure to be your guest today.
Thank you very much. Well, I also would like to tell that Rex works positions Israel not only as a geopolitical topic, but as a spiritual and cultural connection point for millions of Christians in Africa. He builds networks, promotes education, and creates meaningful relationship between the communities. So let me go on. My first note here is what first inspired you to build a bridge between Nigeria and Israel, and what keeps that mission alive today?
Thank you so much. What the connection is, if you look at the countries of the world, I want to tell you that Christianity in Nigeria is a big deal. Nigerian Christians are first class Christians. Nigerian Christians are A plus Christians. Nigerian Christians are very strong Christians. Forget about the image of the country, but if you look at the content very well, Nigerian Christians are solid Christians. And if you look at Nigerian Christians and American Christians, okay, when I'm talking about Christians now, mostly I'm talking about the evangelical. I'm talking about the evangelical. And American evangelical, they have this unexplainable attachment with the Jewish people. They have unexplainable love to the land of Israel. And if Nigeria, a Christian nation by all standard, Nigeria has the highest number of churches in the world. You can find out. Nigeria has the highest number of pastors in the world. Nigeria is number 2 in Bible production and distribution in the world. Nigeria is number 2 nation in the production and distribution of Bible. American Bible Society produces 2.4 million Bibles annually, and followed by Nigeria. Nigeria produces about 2 million Bible and distributes same every year. So Nigeria is. I look at Nigerian Christians. We have no connection with Israel. We have no, and ironically, in Nigeria government budget has got a huge portion budget for Christians going to Israel. Nigerian government, have budget for scholarship, for supporting Nigerian Christians going to Israel for pilgrimage.
Amazing.
Unfortunately, I am telling you, look at the budget, annual budget of the country. So also, so if that is the case, there is no deep connection apart from Nigerian Christians are seen in Israel as tourists. They are not seeing them as pilgrims. Unlike American Christians, who will come, plant tree in Israel, relate with the rabbis, visit Holocaust survivors, try to establish business connection with the Jewish people in Israel. So Nigerian Christians are lagging behind in all these crucial aspects. And the body came on me and they said, no, if Nigeria is a Christian nation by all standards, we have more than 100 million Christians in Nigeria in population. So Nigeria is a high-ranking Christian nation. So if Nigeria, with good pastors, with good Bible, with good population, we should have impact in the land of the Bible. We should have impact with the people of the Bible. And above all, we should have impact with the God of the Bible. So I try to emulate the Kufai, Christian United for Israel. I start to emulate the ICEJ, connecting Nigerian Christians with the land of Israel, with the people of Israel. I'm talking about the Jewish people now, and of God, with the God of Israel. What I mean with the God of Israel, Nigerian Christians need to be celebrating with the Jews the biblical feast, which is the feast of God, not the feast of the Jew. So these are the things that really, encompass my mind. I am deep baptized in it. I am wet with it coming out from the water, and I'm living by it.
Wow, wow. Well, Rex, and what is the most misunderstood aspect of the Israel Africa connection that you wish that more people understood in both in Nigeria as well as in Africa?
Okay, in Africa, Nigeria makes that lead. In Africa, Nigeria make the lead because Nigeria has the highest population of Christians in Africa. So we are the leading nations in Africa when it comes to Christianity. And all over Africa, we have Nigerian pastors in all major cities in Africa, in all major towns in Africa, in all major villages in Africa. We have Nigerians who are pastors, who are Christians, who are missionaries, who are doing the work of church in all these countries. So the most important thing that we misunderstood is that unfortunately we Christians, particularly Nigerian Christians, we do not respect the Jews.
No.
There is, we do not. I must confess that we do not. We feel, mind you, Nigeria is an oil producing nation, so we have that pride. We have that ego that we are a rich nation. We are a wealthy nation. So we have that pride. However, Nigerian Christians do not have that connection, do not have that prophetic connection, biblical connection, do not have that epistemology. What I mean epistemology, Christianity, the Jews Jews, they exist without we Christians. Unfortunately, we Christians, we cannot exist without them because Christianity is from Judaism. So we do not understand. I think we have disconnected ourselves from our roots. That is number one problem. And number two problem is that we have that, there's what you call replacement theology. Replacement theology is that in the Bible, wherever they say Israelite, the Jews, we Christians, we are claiming that we are the one, we are now replacing them. No. In fact, there are many biblical portions, biblical chapters that actually said no to this. So we're trying to reorient our people. Mind you, I'm sorry to say this, and I'm sorry to say this. When Christianity came from Jerusalem, when Christianity left Jerusalem, it went to Rome. Okay. So while Christianity was in Rome, right, there was a mixture. We call it the mixed multitude. in the doctrine of Christianity, and also before it spread all over to all other parts of the world. So the Christianity we receive in this part of the world is the Christianity that has been mixed up in Rome, not the one directly, not the undiluted, I will put it, not the undiluted one from Jerusalem. So we really need to go back to our roots, and amazingly, everybody agrees to this point that we have mixed it up, and we really need to strengthen our relationship. And that gladdens my heart that wherever I'm preaching, wherever I'm talking, wherever I am advocating for Israel, people listen to me. People, Christians listen, multitude listen. I am telling you, they all listen. So we need the magic to make them to take action. Over to you.
That's it. That's it, Rex. So you are an expert in Jewish culture, and you have really good connections with Christianity. And Rex works with to help communities understand the Jewish roots, and this is what we are talking about, of our own faith and identity. Why do you believe it's essential for Christians to understand Jewish culture and traditions as part of their own spiritual foundation?
Well, there's no Christian that will deny Judaism. We have, in Christianity, we have the New Testament, we have the Old Testament. So they are our scriptures, right? So if they are our scriptures, Judaism is part of us. And as I said, that Christianity originated from Judaism. So we cannot deny our source. We cannot deny it. Just there's an African adage that says that a river that forgets its roots, its spring, a river that forgets its spring will dry up. A river
yeah.
that
forgets. No, Rex, so yes, sure. And how do you work doing all this, interconnections with the Christians? Do you go to different churches in Lagos? Do you go also out of the city? If you can explain us, because from most of the people that it's listening here, maybe they don't know how you do it. And I think it's very important the work you're doing in your own city as well as in your own country. And I think it's amazing.
Yeah, it is interesting. It's amazing. From city of Lagos down to other cities in Nigeria, I travel wide. I have a YouTube station. I travel to Accra in Ghana. I am built to be in South Africa. I will be in South Africa, KwaZulu-Natal. I will also visit Limpopo. I will be in Bloemfontein. I will be in some towns and cities in South Africa in the first quarter of 2026. So I travel wide across Africa, but my base is here in Lagos, in Nigeria, where I am office here, and of course I reach out, from here to other parts of the country. Churches invite me whenever they are having, pastors' conference. So I go there. I have my exhibition stand, and I also, as a resource person, I am a speaker. I am a highly sought after speaker in conferences for church leaders. And also, I encourage, churches. By the time we begin to look at our connection with the Old Testament, which is Judaism, nobody disagree with my point. Nobody disagree with my argument. So it is like a new movement trying to retrace our step back to our origin in a respectful way, in a way that we are ready to learn. Not that we are ready to teach. We are not. No, we want to learn from those who have been practicing it for the past 3,000 years. The Jews, they have remained faithful, in observing the Torah for the past 3,000 years. And, it's been handed over from generation to generation. So these are the people of Torah. So we need to learn from them. So, and I want to say that with humility, that pastors are learning. They are making a way with their differences, putting aside their pride, and of course, they are learning. And amazingly, they pray for Israel. And now, as many pastors and as many Christians that visit Israel now from Nigeria and some part of Africa, they are visiting Israel with respect. They are visiting Israel with a new mindset. They are visiting Israel not like as tourists, but now as pilgrims.
Wow. So, do you think that this type of education that you're doing from place to place, from church to church, also going to Ghana, to South Africa, and across your own country, is really strengthening the respect, the empathy, and the cooperation between the Jewish community and the Christian community worldwide?
Well, amazingly, the Kabad in Nigeria find me interesting. I'm a member of the board of Kabad AIDS. Can you imagine? I'm the only Nigeria on the board of Kabad AIDS of Nigeria. And it's unbelievable. All my friends all over the world were asking, how do I do it? How come Kabad could make me a board member? When you understand me? So that shows how valuable they recognize my work. And I want to say this, that the Jews are also recognizing that we Christians, we are their friends, we are their allies. And I want to tell you that the impact, the progress of the impact is geometrical. And if the Jewish world will forgive us of our pride, if the Jewish world will overlook us of our missteps of the past, we are getting it right now. We are your allies. We are joint heirs with you. What I mean joint heirs with you, like I used to say this, that the Jews, they are the people of God. If my people who are called by my name in the book of Torah, so the Jews are the people of God. Why we Christians, we are the children of God. So we have relationship. We have covenant relationship with respect. We have a lot to learn from you. In fact, we are learning from the Jews. And I want the Jews to know that we are coming from somewhere. They should please accept us. And together, we have a lot of things to achieve.
Wow. Holocaust. Let me go to Holocaust. And there's a lot to be done in Africa about education. Memory as a tool for humanity. Rex, my people, Rex is a member of the network of innovative Holocaust education. And Rex was trained. He was trained in Yad Vashem. Is that right? You were there.
I was at Yad Vashem.
So yes, you were there. So he's bringing the Holocaust memory into the Nigerian society. He's a pioneer in this mission. Why Holocaust education is important in countries far from Europe, far from Israel, such as Nigeria?
Well, it is obvious. In Nigeria now, currently, we know what we are facing now in Nigeria. And I want to tell you, we Christians, you know what we are facing now currently in Nigeria. And I want to tell you that it is unbelievable that the memory of Holocaust is not on us, we Christians. Many Christians do not have education about Holocaust. They don't even understand the magnanimity. They don't understand how serious Holocaust. I'm telling you, it is a news to the Christian community. Holocaust education is a news to them. And if we can really bring this to their understanding, number one, we will sit tight as Christians. Number two, we will know that we have common enemy. Number three, we will know that we need to relate with the Jewish people to learn how they overcome afterwards, that after the Holocaust, how they rebounded and how they have become great now. We need to. And of course, if we Christians have the understanding of the Holocaust as we ought to, I am telling you, we should have been the one fighting for the existence, fighting for the establishment, existence, and the growth of the Jewish state called Israel. A state that is devoid of any form of adulteration, a state that is holy, a nation that is holy, a nation that is pure, a nation that is Judaica, and I used to say, a nation that is kosher in all respects.
Good. And have you seen any reactions from African students or leaders first learning deeply about the Shoah? What is their first reaction?
They couldn't believe it. I mean, they will go online for research. What they discover, many of them will even come back to even teach me more from their discovery. So it's unbelievable that such a thing that is not more than 70 years old could be out of view of literature. It is unbelievable. I'm telling you, look, do a short survey. Pastors who are preaching all over the world, look at their sermon. How many of them mention Holocaust? How many of them mention Aliyah? It is unbelievable, and it is there in our Bible. Everything is there in our Bible, and unfortunately, but it is better late than never. We have started the movement, and we are growing. And as I did mention, our growth is geometrical, and we are glad we are seeing the progress. We are seeing the attitude of Christians, now more positive towards the Jews. We are seeing the attitude of more Christians want to learn from the Jews. They want to relate, and it is amazing. We are so glad that we are fortunate to be at the middle of this transformation.
And talking about leadership, community work, what leadership lessons from your years you have been directing major development projects are most relevant for building strong communities today?
Well, building, it's continuous. We have started something. So the foundation is there, the structure is there. So what we need now is to try to raise more disciples, try to get more to institutionalize what we're doing, to have, to have institution, to have, training institutions where we have started something. So, and we are growing. So, let me humble myself that we need friendship, we need partnership, we need connection, we need support, we need resources to multiply what we are doing. The time is not there for us any longer. The time is too short. A lot of things need to happen. I'm telling you, during the Gaza war, we knew what we faced. It's unbelievable the way capitals in major cities of the world, how they were rising against Israel. Anti-Semitism was so, unbelievable. The spike was so unbelievable, like everywhere. However, if we had give these people orientation, come. Do you know about Holocaust? Do you know about Holocaust? I'm telling you, if they had known about Holocaust, if they had had education about Holocaust, all this Gaza Spring, I will call it post-Gaza counter spring, wouldn't have taken place. But now, where are they now? Where are they? Where are the Palestine action team? Where are they all over the world, all over the major city of the world? Where are they now? They have all got silence. Now that they are silent, we really need to reach out to them. That you need to understand Holocaust. You need to understand where these people are, what these people have experienced. You need to understand the covenant of these people. You need to understand Aliyah, and we need to align with God, because if you refuse to align with God, that means you are confronting God, you are against God. And of course, we Christians, we believe that we are at the end time. So at this end time, you have no option but to align with God, because the time is no longer there. So, and I want to assure our Jewish brethren, our Jewish brothers and sisters, that we Christians, we are for you. We Christians, we love you. We Christians, we respect you. We Christians, we value you. We know that you are loaded with the blessing from above. We know that you are not of this world. You are from the above. And we know that you are holy people. You are people chosen. You are the people of the land. You are the people of the promise, you Jewish people. We know that. We confess that as Christians. And we are going to protect that. We are going to be singing that as our item to the hearing of everybody that needs to hear. The land of Israel belongs to the Jews. The Jews owns the land from river. You understand me? Even far, far, far beyond to the sea.
Wow. Great, great. And what, well, you are a leader. I mean, the way you are talking, the way you're moving from here to there, what is the most important value a leader like you must cultivate to inspire trust in a complex or divided environments as the world is today?
Well, you see, uh, uh, we are in the world that is polluted with wrong information. The, the media is polluted, so we are in the world that is polluted with false news. I mean, false information, wrong information, lies. So we leaders need to continue to say the truth, continue to preach the truth with time. With time, if we do not, if you do not waver, if we not be wary, if we continue to say the truth, very, very soon the people will begin to accept the truth, and they will begin to reject the lies from Al Jazeera and from all the so-called pro-Palestine. Because in the history of the Bible, of the Old Testament, there was no city, no place called Palestine. No place called Palestine. Yeah. So in the history, in the ancient history, the story that is available to everybody, nothing. So when we are consistent, when we are respectful with the truth, with time, people will buy over. So our messages, and they will begin to dump those lies and falsehood. And I want to say that though it has not been rosy, it has not been easy, but I'm glad to tell you that the truth is already prevailing. We are seeing the fruit of it, and that's why we are in existence, and that is why we feel free. Even in the midst of the hostility, we are free. We are secure. And let me say this, however, that when you are doing this, when you are promoting the truth, when you are saying the truth, you have that backup from above. It is something that I cannot explain ordinarily, but it is a divine support. It is a divine backup, and we are enjoying it. And that is what many people who are spiritual, many people who are clergy are claiming for. They want that endorsement from above. So if you are the only way you can get that endorsement is for you to begin to promote the truth, preaching the truth, say the truth, and nothing but the truth.
Great message. What do you think about your legacy? Let me talk about your legacy. And what impact do you hope to live in Nigeria, Israel, and beyond?
Wow. I'm looking forward to having a center in every major city of Africa, Holocaust Center, a version of Yad Vashem, so that young ones, children, can go and learn and have something on their in their memory, and see who are these people that we need to respect. Who are these people? So I think we need my legacy. What I'm looking forward to is to establish a Holocaust center in all major city of Africa. I know we have one in Johannesburg, we have one in Cape Town. I'm looking forward to Nigeria in Lagos, in Abuja, in Port Harcourt, and in Accra, and in Kumasi, and in all major towns of Africa.
So that's a good legacy. And let me go to this question. And I think it's important to ask this question. Huh? If you could deliver one message to young Africans about identity, history, and purpose, what would it be?
Look, you cannot. We have enormous advantage, Africa. This is the time of Africa. If you look at what is happening all over the world now, this is the time of Africa.
Yes.
And Africa has what I call proximity advantage. Africa is not far from Israel. Israel is part of Africa. Africa is part of Israel. So what we need Africa to do, and just to see how I can, motivate Africa to see how we will maximize, we will make use of that proximity connection with Israel. If we are looking for innovation, we are looking for technological development, we need, I want to encourage leaders in Africa, political leaders in Africa, to please their political argument, they should add Israel in their contracts, in their budget contracts. They should consider Jewish company in looking for partners, development partners. I'm telling you, Israel, the Jews, they are very, very nearby. They are closer to you than any other nations, any other continent, any other nations. The Jews are closer. And I want to say this loud and clear. In terms of quality, the services from the Jews is better. It is the best. And I want to say this, it is godly. It is godly. It is godly. It is from above.
So, wow, that's a strong message, huh? It's a good and a strong message. Time is flying. We have had a great time, Rex. And let me tell my audience that Rex is building this connection with the African within the African continent, and from Nigeria to Israel, from classroom to communities. His mission is carrying a really profound message, understanding the other strengths we are. Thank you very much, Rex, for your leadership. Your voice was very strong today, and your dedication to memory, dialogue, and connection. Thank you, Rex, and to my people following. Well, you need to subscribe. You can add some notes here, and we'll see you in another Coffee with Kavana, which is it will be as interesting as this one. And thank you, and Rex, thank you for your time. Bye bye now.
Thank you.